Good day. It's a wonderful day. Good evening. Dr. K speaking. Today is a blessed day. Today we are in day 10 of our program, A Talk on Divorce, where we edify ourselves on various ways to avoid divorce. We talk our stories, give an insight of elements which are very important for us to look at that might lead to divorce or create problems in our relationships or marriage. I pray that God give me the grace and the mercy and the understanding. Let the words spoken here today, let it not be my words, let it come also from God. Because He is the one that gives us wisdom, and all wisdom belongs to Him. I'm just a vessel. May God bless us, sir. Last time we talked about the role mothers play in divorce. Today, I want us to look at the role fathers play in divorce. I want us to go a little bit deeper to get an understanding. The Bible makes us to understand that a man will leave his father and mother's house and get himself a wife. That is what we know. That is what the Bible makes us to understand with those who are Christians. And I base my talk on that. And He made the man a leader. The one thing that He said is, you, the man, you have a duty to love your wife. Love your wife. Stay with your wife. And you can die for the sake of your wife, just like Jesus did. So it's very important that we have this understanding. And because we have this understanding, we tend to ask ourselves, why is it that divorce is now rampant? Why? Some will always say mother-in-law, mother-in-law, mother-in-law. But we fail to also look at the aspect of the father-in-law interfering in the marriage. You see, last time when we talked about women, we also make mention that most of our fathers, most women, they neglect their husbands. Not really that neglect. Not is something that they want, but it is something that they do it unconsciously. Because they have a child. And because they have had a child, it's difficult for them to divide the love that they have for the husband and that of the child. Sometimes they get confused and they solely rely on the love, that the newfound love that has come, that child. And most often they forget that their husband is also a child and their husband also needs attention. And it goes a long way. And I came here to bring an understanding. And I said that why most mother-in-laws tend to destroy marriages is because most often they find themselves in a position where they have to go back to their children's home when they're already married, and they expect that same love, of which most often they don't get. Now, what about the man? Now, the man now is sitting alone. Most probably the woman is not. Most of the time, the woman wants to go and visit the children and stay with the children. The man is basically alone. Sometimes, some men who are not that strong will just believe that these children have taken their wife away from them at the point that they need their wife most. But their wife is not. Their wife has gone to see their children. They want to meet their grandchildren. They want to do this. So the husbands are often left alone. This comes with some bitterness within that, not unlike women, men are good at keeping things. They might feel down, they might feel bitter, but they do not say it. And they have a grudge. And sometimes there is this, especially for their girl children, there's this special love that a girl child always brings with that of the father. And they always take care of their dad. So at one point in time, some fathers are very protective, especially when it comes to their girl child. They are extremely protective. And because of that, they become emotional. And these girl children can also unconsciously say things to their father that they are not supposed to say, exposing their husbands to their father. Issues that they had, but they have resolved it, or issues that is still going on. Something that they are not supposed to talk to their dad, but when you come to talk to your dad, and your dad is that emotional, that love you so much, their reaction will be different. At one point in time, they become so biased when they want to interfere in issues that you've had, small issues that people can resolve. Your in-law, the son-in-law, the daughter-in-law will rush to the in-law and be talking about it. But because of the special bond they share with their children, be it the daughter, be it the son, what happens is that they take sides. Sometimes they take sides unconsciously because it is my child. How will I let my child down? So sometimes they judge based on what their child has told them. Their daughter might come and tell them anything which is a lie. It's not actually what is happening with her husband. But because she also wants to protect herself, she comes and tell a lie. The father just believes it because it is my daughter and I love my daughter so much she cannot lie. And you start being judgmental. Before going to meet them, before the family comes to sit together to talk about the issue at hand, you're already judgmental because you already know that this is my daughter and she cannot tell me a lie. But you are destroying the marriage unconsciously based on information your daughter gave to you. Sometimes it's your son. That's my only son. That's my successor. I have to protect him. You have that idea. By protecting him, every single thing that he came and told you was a lie. But he took advantage of that because he knows also that the father loves him. He knows that the love of the father is enormous. And by doing so, he decided to tell the father lies. And the father succumbed. And so any advice that the father wants to give, which the father-in-law now wants to give them, it becomes biased. And that is why we have issues. That is why these issues exist a lot. And sometimes, some men, some fathers are being pressured by their wives. That's the wife. There's no child besides him now. Every child is grown, they are big, they have their own homes. You are with your wife. Your wife needs to prepare food, your wife needs to take care of you and do so many other things. But your wife keeps telling you that this child is suffering. This child is doing this. You have to take this decision. You have to do this. I don't want to see this daughter again. I don't want to see the husband. Our daughter is suffering. I don't want to see the husband. Or my son is suffering. The wife is a bad wife. You have to do this. You see, pressure from their wives. Pressure. At one point, they tend to just, because they want peace in their own home, their wife is not giving them peace. This is their retirement age. He's there to just have peace, but the wife is not giving him peace because of a particular situation that has occurred with the child. What did he do? Sometimes he intervenes. What he was supposed to stay to bring them together, he could not. He could not really stand up for it. That is why I've always said, and I've always continued to say this, that you see, meet a marriage counselor, meet a family therapist, meet them, meet us. Sometimes when it comes to situations like that, you can't go back to your parents. You can't go back to meet your in-laws. Because of the love, the filial love that they already have for their children, they might not judge it right. Yes, in any rule there's an exception. I don't know if you are that exception, or your in-laws are that exception, or your father-in-law, your mother-in-law is that exception. But you need to understand this. You need to seek solution from within. But at the end of the day, what matters is our own personal character. At the end of the days, before we start, we look at what father-in-law has done, what mother-in-law has done. You have to look at yourself. You have to x-ray yourself and you ask yourself a particular question. Is my character right? What I did or what my husband is accusing me of or what my wife is accusing me of, is he right? Does he have that right to say the things that he said? What pushed him to say the things that he did, the things that he said? What was my reaction towards what he's accusing me about? This situation that just occurred, what is my own role in it? You see, it takes two to tangle, and we always forget that. We always forget to understand that it takes two to tangle. And that is where the problem comes. Because we are two. Something must trigger something. That is why you need a counselor. That's why you need a therapist or family therapist or whatever. That is why you need it. Because he will look at it and look at you in the face and tell you this is where you went wrong. He will look at you in the face and say this is exactly what you did and this is wrong. Sometimes we need these things. Our parents can't do it. You see, some of our parents too, men, some fathers, they underlook others. Just because your husband doesn't have that wealth that your parents had or that he had as a man, he tends to look at that man and say, my daughter is suffering. Everything that he did, my daughter is suffering. He doesn't understand that that daughter is there to build with the husband. Parents, some fathers, they just want some son-in-laws that have it all. So if they get married to a daughter, their daughter get married to somebody for one reason or the other, even at all they had something and they failed in business, something happens, and they are down financially. Some fathers don't want it. And how do they kill you? They bring down the ego of the man. Sometimes they want to do it, they want to do everything as if they are running the home. Because they have money. Because they have influence. And because you have influence, you tend to use your influence on your son-in-law. Things that your daughter has done which is wrong, your son-in-law cannot talk. Because you, the father, you have influence, you have money, you have power, you have a lot. And you use it now to intimidate the man. No man will be intimidated for long. There comes a time when the man said, I'm a man, it's my home, it's not your home. There problems comes. And before you know it, divorce has come. Some of these divorce, they come because some fathers will say, you cannot stay in this house. I will not allow my daughter to stay here. I will not allow my son to live like this. These are the words that they use. At one point in time, you are only looking at that son or at that daughter-in-law that you had. But you forget to understand as a parent that when your child gets married, the spouse automatically becomes your own child. If it is a woman, she becomes your daughter. If it's a man, she becomes your son. He becomes your son. But we forget to understand that. Society has made us to understand that our children are just our biological children. So because they are not your biological children, it tends to be different. You tend to look like different. You tend to look things in a very different way. People learn from mistakes. Somebody can fall, be it in business or job site, they dismiss him from job because of attitude issue. But people learn from that. Yes, the man lost his job today. The boy lost his job today. But it doesn't mean he will not bounce back. It doesn't mean you oppress him because you have wealth. Sometimes some father-in-laws, they use their son-in-laws as if they are their boys. As if they are their slave. Everything they want to do, they will just come to their house unannounced and order them. Because they have influence. Because in their wedding day, they bought them a car. Because in their wedding day, they gifted them a house. Because of that, you want to use it now to put your son-in-law down. To put your daughter-in-law down. I provided this home for you guys. I did this thing for you guys. These are things that happens every day. Some fathers are guilty of it. So this video is for you to take a look at yourself. When Bible tells you that you, the man, you need to love your wife. That man also is a man. That young man is a man. That he also needs to be free. To take decisions, to create decisions in his home. So you as children that you are married, you need to set boundaries. There are boundaries that your parents don't need to cross. That your mother cannot cross. That your father cannot cross. There are boundaries. And you don't allow your husband to be belittled by the father-in-law, by your father, who is your father-in-law. Don't allow that to happen. Don't allow your mother to happen. You are the woman. Don't protect your husband. You, the woman, protect you, the man, protect your wife. Your sister cannot just talk to your wife like that. Your mother cannot just talk to your wife. Your father cannot just talk to your wife. No, remind them that this is my wife. You can't do that. Sometimes we believe they are our parents and they have the right to say these things. And you ask yourself, what can I do? Mommy's boy. That's why I say again, before getting married, you need to be a man. So sometimes our parents do things which are totally wrong. Father do things which are wrong. So these are things that we need to do. These are things that we need to understand. You as a child that you got married, you need to know, you know your father. You need to talk to your husband. Make them understand your family. Remember, your husband is coming to get married to you. He's not a member of your family. Or the wife, you got married to this woman. That woman is not a member of your family. But you need to teach her. You need to teach her. And make sure you find a way to separate yourself. You find a way to distance yourself. Talk to each other when there's issue. You have issue with your mother-in-law, there's something I don't know. Call your husband. Put your husband down and say, this is what Mama did. You both should dialogue. Tell your husband to handle it. You are the woman. You are the man. Speak to your wife. This is what your mother has done. Try to talk to your mother. Be diplomatic. Remember, they are our parents and they always feel, especially we Africans, they always feel entitled. They forgot to understand that you are now a big person. Most of them, they forget to understand that you are now a man. They forget to understand that. But you are the one that you are supposed to tell them, make them understand. They forget to understand that you are now a mother too. You have your own children. You have your own husband. Sometimes they fail to understand that. They always see you as a child. Because our culture made it so. But you are the one to remind them that, no, Mama, I'm not a child anymore. I have a husband. And you can't speak to my husband like that. When I grew up, I never found somebody come to talk to your husband and you supported it. Know that you can't speak to my wife like that. I've never see you, or your in-laws, they come to your house and talk to my mother like that. I didn't see that. So where is this coming from? You have to stop. There must be boundaries. You must create it. Sometimes we fathers are overbearing. They still believe they have that authority over you, even when you are married. Sometimes you don't blame them, but you just need to know how to manage it. So it's just about management. It's just about you protecting your wife or you protecting your husband. We need to protect each other. Remember, you become now, the Bible said, you got your wife and you have a family now. Think about that. You have to protect your family. Your family is your wife and your children that's coming. Your extended family are there, yes, but they are secondary. Your primary family, your primary responsibility is your wife and your kids. Same to the woman. It's your husband and your kids. Before you go to the others. But you must first of all make sure your home is fine. The way your father raised you, the way will not be the same way that your husband will treat you. Because he also is coming from a different background. But you now have to understand that my role as a wife is also to stand by my husband. My role as a husband is also to stand by my wife. We need to get this. We need to understand this. You see, sometimes we children, especially those abroad, you tell your mother and you bring your mother abroad. By bringing your mother abroad, you separate your mother from the husband. When the mother comes, the mother, of course, women always love enjoyment. It's easy for them here to stay. You've forgotten about their husbands. That man is staying alone. You both claim that you have house girls or you have family member that they can take care of your father. But you both forget to understand that this man got married. And at this point in his life, he needs his wife. But we children, what do? Because of our own selfish desires, our mother will come here and stay and take care of our children. There's a lot of bill that we'll have to pay to raise our children in Western world. Crash and all those things. You need somebody, you need to work, you need to do, you need to pay bills, you need to do all these things. So you need your mother. You are bringing your mother. That mother will come. You say, you tell your father, no, she will just come and be just, these children came, might be 6 months, might be 3 months, she'll come back. But when she comes, she'll be there. Next minute, she's got permanent resident. The next minute she's there. 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That father is there alone. These are the things we children, we do now. We forget about our parents and that's why they die. Sometimes you find an old man and will say, I want to get married. I need a young wife. We are saying that, why? How can my father of this age, he wants to get married again? Have you thought about it? Have you thought about it that people have colonized the wife? That he doesn't have anybody to talk to. He's just alone. I know a situation that I cancelled. That the father goes as far as going to buy blue films and be watching. The man, a man of about 65, going to 70. He never wanted to go out to get married to another person. But he was crying every day, I need my wife. Nobody seems to understand. Nobody seems to understand. The man did not stay long. At the end of the day, he died. But a lot of us do not even understand what men are going through. They need their wife. But we have taken them. Because in this part of the world, men hardly stay. It's difficult for them to come and stay. You get up, you go to work, they are there in the house alone. Where do they go? Nobody. They have nobody to visit, nothing to work, no garden to go and work, nothing. They are just there. Men are not like that, especially a hardworking man. Person that has worked out all his life. Are you expecting him to stay like that? We don't care. No, my mother should come and stay. My mother should come and stay. He's my mother. He's my mother. But tell me the truth. Why is she staying there? It's not because she's there also to help you. So mothers too, what do you people think? You leave your husband that you have been for years. And now you are somewhere else. What do you expect? What do you expect? What will become of that man? He needs company. He needs somebody to talk to. What will become of him? What? Nothing. So, you see, sometimes these things make men to be bitter. Bitter. And they will accuse their in-laws. If you got married to the daughter taking the wife. And he will be asking you, what is my wife doing in your house? The daughter is saying that my mother is not going anywhere. It is a problem. At one point in time, the man says, but what, you are a man? What are you doing? That is my wife. I need my wife. Before you know it, you have issues with the father. Does he have a right? Yeah. But all of the things that we say, mama say he's not coming. What is your role as a child? Why can't you ask your mother? This years, that's your husband. And you are here doing what? I have my own husband here. Go and meet your husband. Go and meet your husband. And buy you that flight and you must go. Go and meet your husband. I cannot keep someone's wife like that. Do we do that? No. We don't care. What we think of at this particular moment is for our good, the good that we need, what we need. The advantage I will get from this. That's all. Please. I want us to look at these things. Take a good look at your father. Those of you that still have a father. And you still have a mother. Please. Don't allow that man to die. Don't allow him to think negative when it comes to your marriage and start fighting your marriage. The day you have a problem, he doesn't care. Don't. That man wants the best for you. But also as a child, try to look for the best for him. He needs the wife. But most often, we should not go to that direction. I just want to understand that you see men, when it comes to divorce issues, they also have their own issues with their in-laws. But these issues can easily be resolved with dialogue and negotiation. Be closer to your father-in-law. Your marriage will never break. Take him as a father and treat him as a father. Be sensitive at the things that he says, at his observations. Make him know that he can count on you as a son. He will support you, no matter what. All what we need to do is to be that person. All what we need to do is to understand these things. When you understand these things, your father-in-law will be the best person. You see all these things about divorce. Go close to them, they will tell you stories. Everything has never been greener in their lives. No. There are challenges with your mother that you do not know. Your mother never told you. Children, go close to your father-in-law. It's very important. They are dying silently. They have something within them that they can tell you, and that alone will help you to change your marriage. That will give you solution for the problems that you have in your marriage. But most often, no, want to listen to our mothers. Fathers are deep thinkers. What they know, you don't. And they will cover their wives, no matter the situation. That is what we don't understand. Men cover their wives. You might not understand. You might never know the terrible thing that your mom has done to your father. But your father kept everything down. Stood calm, quiet, in every dimension. So that father that I saying is a bad father. The reverse might be true. But what he keeps, what he holds dear, is protection. He must protect the wife because he knows that as a man, that his dignity rely on the wife. If the wife misbehaves and everybody sees the wife as a bad woman, society will hold him responsible. That you are a bad man, look at your wife, look at a useless man, look at the woman that you got married to. So you see, men, that's what most children don't know. Their parents are keepers. of secrets. Their fathers, they keep it. They keep it. But when you are mature and close to them and they know that you are mature, they will teach you gradually. They will make you to learn. You will understand that it has never always been green. Sometimes it was red, but they made you people feel that it's green. He is a shock absorber. He covers the shock. Everything that happens, he is the father. He protects the home. Go close to him. You will learn. And your marriage will be fine. Take your father-in-law out. Stroll with him. Listen to him. Listen to his story. Every story that he tells you is for a reason. It's wisdom. There will be something that he's telling you. There will be a message that he's passing. But he wants you to know that message. He wants you to understand that message. That is why he tells you these stories. I just want you to look at these things, think deep about it, reflect on it. It will help you tomorrow to safeguard your marriage. Divorce will not come from this angle. Let's tackle different things. But when it comes to our fathers, go closer to them. Don't run away from them. Make them your friend. Take them as your father. What happened is, both sides do the same. The man, the woman. And you will see blessings. Fathers are there to bless. They're not there to take away those blessings. They have wisdom and experience much to guide you. But if you don't open up to them, how do you expect them to talk? And when they talk, you feel that you know too much. How do you expect them to talk? Be a good listener. Be close to them. And God will make everything right. May God bless you all. Don't fail to contact me. Many have been contacting me. Book a session. And God will bless you all. Amen.